With us in studio now, Dr. Eytan Cohen, Yanarocak, a Turkey expert at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security. And we just have reports that as well as the Moshe Dayan Center. Thank you. Hi. Now, the Turkish intelligence chief has reportedly arrived in Qatar. This all happening pretty publicly, this new mediation role coming from Turkey. Yeah. What does this all mean then as far as Turkey's role in pressuring Hamas? Do they have the clout to actually put that pressure on the terror group?
Well, first of all, let me express my best wishes for them to succeed, because at the end, we all want to see the end of this war. And secondly, I would like to emphasize that this is the continuation of the very famous picture that we have seen last week. I would like to remind also for our audience that last week in the sidelines of the United Nations, we have seen a very important picture there, that Donald Trump and Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the Turkish president, sat at the head of the table, and they gathered this very important meeting with the Arab and Muslim leaders regarding an attempt, to find a solution for this war in Gaza. And at the end, that particular picture was sold to the Turkish press. And, it was marketed in a way that Erdogan has turned into, or let me say, has crowned as the head of the Muslim states. This is very much suitable for his own public agenda at home. This is called neo-Ottomanism, restoring the Ottoman glory to the whole Middle East. So in a way, we also saw the very hot welcome, the very warm welcome of the American president in White House. He declared Erdogan as his friend, as a strong man, a wise man, as a very complicated, player in the region, etc., etc. These are all huge pluses for Erdogan's ego. In other words, Trump knew how to buy Erdogan, and he impressed him. And at the end, he basically turned him into his ally. And at the end, in my opinion, when I'm looking at this picture, I see that to be crowned as the head of the Muslim, world by the president of the United States, now Turkey is pressuring Hamas, because at the end, the talks in Doha we are seeing are the continuation of what we have seen last week in New York. So they have to complete this mission.
So they're still putting this pressure now that they have this prestige crowned by the U.S. president himself. But Turkey has been one of the most vocal critics of Israel during this war with Hamas. But if Hamas then says no, will Turkey have to hold on to this newfound ally, the United States, and like the U.S., then support Israel's war in Gaza to defeat Hamas? What type of a two-found situation will Turkey be in?
Well, this is a very difficult situation for the Turkish Foreign Ministry. And now they are doing their best in order to pressure Hamas. They will most likely to persuade them, to tell them that even Yasser Arafat had to leave this geography, and he went to an exile, but it was not the end of his story. So more or less, I assume that they will try to persuade them that, maybe their arms would be transferred to the Palestinian Authority. Today in the Turkish press, I saw that some Turkish senior officials, they began to voice a strong criticism for Hamas's armament. And also in the Turkish TVs, we are seeing that they are very much disappointed. So I assume that, especially on this armament issue, the Turkish side will try to act as a kind of a creative actor to transfer the arms of Hamas to Palestinian Authority, etc. But I don't think that it will be, applicable. Israel will not going to agree for such a solution.